set for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thank you. There is no question that Dallas's Luka Doncic has captured league-wide admiration. The Hall of Famer player and executive Jerry West said, "We are watching genius, a superstar who will go down as the best player in Mavs franchise history." Considering Dirk Nowitzki was there for a long time, Kevin, the praise from Jerry doesn't get much higher or from a loftier perch.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. And the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. On Wednesday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the New Orleans Pelicans. So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Robinson. Dragic is out there with Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Butler in at the 4 spot. And for Dallas, Doncic and Hardaway at the 2 and the 3. James Johnson is out there with Porzingis. And it's Barea in at the 1 spot. And these two teams, Brent, known for playing a more methodical pace. When you think of the elite half-court offenses, what comes to mind for you?
Well, I have a location for you, Kevin. It's Utah. And I have 2 names for you, Stockton and Malone. And how good those guys were, not just in pick and roll, but in overall half-court execution. Man, it was surgical.
Now, here's Barea. The 3 for Doncic. The offensive rebound. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Hero. And he uses the glass on the layup.
So fun when you make the right read on the break. And Hero did so there.
Doncic passes to Johnson. Porzingis with the ball. Outside Hardaway. Back to Porzingis. 6 to shoot. And here's Barea outside. Porzingis on the follow.
Can't go in soft. You got to have intention when you go in there on the glass. And Porzingis wanted to beat everybody to the ball that time.
Now here's Dragic. In a 12-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City. And even 3-on-3 break. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Goran Dragic.
Porzingis showing a little strength down low that time. You can't get upset at the D for being physical with him on that play.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
That free throw from Porzingis. Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And both free throws good for Porzingis.
Well, after the boos on draft night when he got to the league, you could immediately recognize the unique talents of Kristaps Porzingis, and he keeps trying to raise the bar for himself. An exciting young player for the league. Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Last game for the Mavericks, they picked up the W against the Celtics in Boston. Barea kicks to Hardaway. Doncic outside. Shot from 16. Rebound by Butler.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And drafted 13th out of Kentucky, Tyler Hero impressing right out of the gates that rookie season.
And I think this is very much the type of player that comes in with confidence, a skill level, and an IQ, and ultimately a guy who wants to compete.
Two.
And the first one at the line is good.
Tyler Hero, a player who's played with a ton of confidence in high school, in his 1 year in college, and coming into the league. It's certainly something he's brought with him.
He's perfect from the line this time. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Doncic passes to Barea. Doncic right side. Second shot opportunity. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You got to know that Johnson right there, he's not backing down from anybody, and right there, that's how he gets that call.
For Dallas, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
I really like how James Johnson plays his role, so expanded here within the team set. Knows he's out there to space the floor, bring some physicality, and is going to have some opportunities to make some plays with the ball in his hands.
And he can't hit the second. And for teams already exceeding expectations, Greg, their spirits are running sky high right now.
It's always a great feeling to come out strong, but it is hard to maintain that consistency.
Yeah,
the teams that do, you know, they believe in themselves and they keep playing to their strengths.
Why is consistency so hard?
You know, because you're not playing against yourself, and we're human. And Kevin, as great as you are as a broadcaster, you probably have had some days where you didn't feel as good as you did other days, and that's no different for a guy competing at this level.
My friend, that's every day. Every day you don't feel good about it. You grind, right? You just got to keep grinding.
You got to do it.
And he makes the first.
And with a name like Duncan Robinson, you wonder, were his parents Spurs fans?
Good call, GA, but I don't think so. He was born in 1994. That's a few years before Tim Duncan joined the Spurs alongside the Admiral. Good NBA name, though.
He hits both from the stripe.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Doncic looking it over. Hardaway finds Johnson. And the shot is long. The Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And finished off by Robinson.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
The pass to Doncic. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. The Heat leading by 3. Here's Butler. Porzingis with the block.
You can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
Now, here's Doncic. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Boston. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Outside Dragic. The Mavericks pull it in. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, saw the box score of that game the next day, and I thought, wow, that's a huge scoring night. Pretty impressive stuff there.
And here is Butler after Tim Hardaway made that last three-pointer. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Porzingis with the block. Barea against Dragic. Johnson goes in. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That's on Goran Dragic.
Yeah, sometimes James Johnson, with that athletic ability and the size combo, when he's getting in there, you're going to have to hit him.
Shooting two.
That free throw missing. Bradley's checked in for the Heat. Good on the second free throw. The Heat trail by 6. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Just a great show of Butler's upper body strength right there as he plays through the contact.
Now here's Barea. Doncic outside. This one for 3. Rebound by Butler.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Dallas leading by 4. Right side Hardaway. Dallas no good that time either. Miami's on 0-2 from deep here. Bradley no one around him. And no good, his first shot of the night missing. Johnson outside. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Hardaway out there to score and trying to be more consistent with ways to do so.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. The Heat trail by 6. Here's Hero. The game against Oklahoma City, very impressive. It's stolen by Johnson. Outside Hardaway, fires from 14, and he knocks down the jumper. Hardaway has got 7. And Miami shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. Pass to Robinson. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. To the inside, Bradley. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And there is some intelligence behind the passing of Adebayo. Not flashy, but making smart ones.
And here's Doncic from the arc. No good, shot missing. Now the Heat take it the other way.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for him.
Oh, the officials are all over that one. And, Bones, when you look at Jimmy Butler's elite impact at both ends, you could argue he's the best two-way shooting guard in the NBA.
Klay Thompson might have something to say about that, GA, but certainly Jimmy Butler and his physical presence allows him to play a multitude of positions. So sliding down to the 3 and getting physical is something that Jimmy will do. We know that he'll take on any assignment and compete with it.
The first one falls.
And taken with the 30th pick back in 2011, Jimmy Butler went from 15th man in Chicago riding the end of the bench to franchise player in the course of 4 seasons.
Richardson, he's checked in for J.J. Barea. And so Butler nails both of them. And Greg, it seemed in Chicago and Minnesota, maybe Jimmy Butler wore out his welcome. Philadelphia, they had him and they had to juggle multiple stars. But man, Miami, the Heat handed him the keys and he has taken off.
And Kevin, he's shown himself worthy, lifting them to a top seed in the East and himself into the MVP conversation. Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip end.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Butler against Doncic. They get it again. Some solid defense from Butler.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
The Mavericks leading. Over in the corner, Doncic buries the long-range jumper. Doncic has got 5.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Outside, Robinson. Pass to Hero. The tray, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assists. 7 points in the game.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout. Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot. And that's Jimmy Butler with a great finish there. Good hands to catch the pass and throw it through.
Here's Richardson. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Johnson finds Porzingis. The 3 for Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic. On offense, here are the Heat. They're on an 11-3 run right now. The 10-footer. Butler, no good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Dallas Mavericks. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Dallas again missing. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Robinson against Hardaway. Butler deciding where to go with it. 6 on the shot clock. Butler can't get that one to fall. Dallas shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Looking to end his cold spell and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
That free throw good from Doncic. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Dwight Powell checked in for Dallas. Green comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. All free throws good from Doncic.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Richardson against Nunn. Outside Butler. Nunn against Richardson. Olenek the pass to Iguodala. Butler from outside. That doesn't go either for Butler.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Here's Powell, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Olenek.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the 2nd round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Powell. And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. The Heat trail by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Passes it to Butler. That's tipped. And here we go. Burke heading to the hoop. Pushing it up. Olynyk against Powell. In the corner, it's Richardson. Iguodala with the steal. To the paint. Here's Nunn. Here's Butler. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Butler's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Right now, Jimmy is playing with no let-up, attacking and relentless.
Up top, Burke. He's covered by Iguodala. Green passes to Powell. Rebound by Olynyk. So the Heat, their last game, a win against the Thunder. Butler. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Richardson.
It felt like he was getting more and more hungry as he got closer to the rim. Jimmy Butler just tenacious there.
Miami shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Shots. Relax on the first.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, but I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that, partner.
Here's Burke. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. And the rejection by Iguodala.
Iguodala demonstrating his defensive prowess yet again. Superb reach on that block.
Nunn kicks to Butler. And some controversy last season. Andre Iguodala traded to the Grizzlies. We know he didn't report, Greg, just stayed in the Bay Area until a trade could be worked out to Miami.
I'd call that a power move, Kevin, no doubt. Iguodala, a respected vet, wanted to play for a contender, and he got an extra year and $15 million in the deal.
Two.
And the first one drops.
Now, Jimmy's an interesting personality on the team, so between what the staff demands of him and what he demands of the teammates, that can be a delicate balance.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in, and Miami also making a switch. Haslam's checked in. And so Butler nails both of them. Mavericks trail by 5. Richardson outside, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good for Richardson.
Remember Josh Richardson, a second-round pick. He has come a long way in this league in a short time. A great athlete who shoots it well and enjoys playing the D.
There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. Now, none. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Iguodala dishes to Olynyk. The Heat need to get a shot off. From deep, Iguodala. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Just 4 seconds left here in the opening quarter. From deep three-point range, and that one released in time, but no good. Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Miami Heat. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. And we'll be right back after this. And we spoke with Jimmy Butler not too long ago about his teammates.
These guys work so hard, and they're young, and they're professional with it, that you're planting that seed early, so they can only get better, and they're learning, and they're gaining confidence because they're playing so well. So with me being here with these guys, we're special.
Well, Greg, it sounds like Butler has found happiness.
You know, people don't talk enough about fit. It's important to be in an organization and a system that maximizes your abilities. Butler's playing some of the best ball in his life and making everyone around him better.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Yeah, defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the court for the Heat, Haslam's out there with Olynyk. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. And it's Dragic. He has a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
A team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. The free throw dropped for Butler. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Now, here's Burke.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Mavericks trail by 5. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
All the length of Kelly Olynyk helping to get that block.
There's Dragic with the 3. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And that one's good. Burke. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Outside Butler. Nunn looking around. Floats it up for Butler and slam dunk by Butler.
Well, right now, Jimmy Butler is in the zone.
And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. It's a 5-point game. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Now, here's Burke. Outside, Green. Clock at 6. Butler with the steal. And slam dunk by Butler.
Jimmy Butler just too athletic on that play. Look at the height.
The Mavericks have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Porzingis finds Burke. Outside, Green. Clock at 4. Here's Powell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Mavericks have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And the Mavericks making a change here. Berea's checked in. And Miami with a change here, too. Heroes checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Miami leading by 5. Dragic with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
Well, he's allowed to get in there, and once he does, he's aggressive enough to play through contact.
Nunn, bounce pass. Dragic finds Nunn. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Dragic against Berea. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Haslam. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That's good from Haslam.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Green. And Doncic is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Bam Adebayo is checked in for Miami. Bradley comes in for Kendrick Nunn. Haslam hits both of them. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Berea, the pass to Powell. Back to Berea. Releases. And it's Dallas with another. Here's Dragic. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. It's deflected. Doncic with the steal. And he gets the bucket. And it's now only a 1-point Heat lead.
And great steal and look ahead there. Compared to most guys his age, Doncic sees the game at another level.
Now here's Bradley. The 19-foot shot. That one a little long. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. It's stolen by Haslam. Dragic with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Outside Dragic. Here's Adebayo. And that one good. Adebayo's got his second basket of the night.
And nice court vision from Dragic there to get a great look at the bucket.
And here's Doncic. He's got 9. Porzingis can't hit. It's stolen by Barea. There's the lob to the hoop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Now here's Dragic. The pass to Haslam. He kicks it to Bradley. Shot clock at 6. And Adebayo gets it to go on the assist by Dragic. And it's 6 points for Bam Adebayo. Doncic outside. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim. Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
And the foul on Avery Bradley. That's his first foul. A different look for Miami. Myers Leonard comes in for Udonis Haslam. Robinson is subbed in for Hero. Barea finds Porzingis. And here's Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. A new 14 for the Mavericks. Hardaway, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Mavericks trailed by 3. Barea, the pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Always nice to see Porzingis take some strides and get to that kind of glide.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Timeout. Start it.
James Johnson's checked in for Dallas. The Heat also with a sub. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Goran Dragic. Adebayo against Porzingis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on Porzingis.
And Bam Adebayo has a chance to be a very good interior defender. The way he moves his feet, and because he's so physical, he's a presence down there.
No good on the free throw. And Brent Story has it in his draft workouts. The Heat ran Adebayo to exhaustion, then put him to the test guarding wing players.
Yeah, they looked at him and said, in effect, you must not know who I am and the kind of work that I've done. He's got that kind of edge, and that's the thing that this Heat culture is always looking for.
He hits the second from the line.
And Bam Adebayo demonstrating a refined skill set that belies his nickname. Over 5 assists per game. He's a creator, not just a finisher.
Now here's Johnson. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Celtics in Boston.
I'm not sure in that game if it was him or Dikembe Mutombo out there, guys. I was just hoping to see one finger wave after one of those floor blocks. No, 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 not today.
Iguodala finds Robinson. The three. The Mavericks pull it in. And the Heat have given Adebayo the leeway to rip and run, baby. Make things happen.
And Kevin, an unselfish player who loves to pass. Even back in high school, playing with lesser talent, he made sure to find the others. Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out. Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Now here's Johnson after the miss from Andre Iguodala. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And the foul called on Porzingis. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. The Heat with the lead. Here's Bradley. Iguodala outside. Here's Adebayo. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Yeah, those possessions like zombies staying alive out there, courtesy of Bam Adebayo.
And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's foul number 2 for him.
It's his 2nd foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Adebayo against Powell. Stolen by Robinson.
You can tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was.
Iguodala, no good.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
2 shots. Foul. 2. Shooting 2.
Nah, man, you get little guy. Yeah, I got it. Hey, you can shoot it. I got him. You got this guy right here? Yeah, I got big man.
First free throw is good. And the Mavericks making a change here. Burks is checked in. And Johnson drops them both.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the 2nd quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Now Bradley. Right side Leonard. Down low. Powell with the steal. Doncic right side. Burke kicks to Doncic. Inside, Johnson. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists in the game. Iguodala the pass to Adebayo. Robinson with it. 14 points from him the last game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but there's always this point you got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
Here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
Well, known for his athleticism, Johnson can sneak up on you, and that time, that dunk looking second nature.
Bradley passes to Adebayo. Kicks it to Robinson. Over Hardaway. Again, the miss by the Heat. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Powell finds Doncic. Out to Hardaway. Over Adebayo. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Johnson. Last season's performance for him. He put up about 8 points a game last season, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Robinson misses.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Now, here's Doncic. 11 points in the game. On the wing, Iguodala. He's guarded by Johnson. Bradley can't get it to go.
I mean, I don't know. Does he look a couple steps slow today? He needs to shake that off and get into the zone and get on the scoreboard.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Timeout called the Heat. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, they really snuffed that one out. Didn't execute all that well. Fortunate to walk away with the W.
We talk about gutsy wins, and on a night like that in the last game where they just did not shoot it well, that's a steal during a regular season.
Green, he's checked in for Dallas. Josh Richardson comes in for Burke. The Heat also changing it up. Olynyk, he's checked in for Adebayo. Butler comes in for Duncan Robinson. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Bradley. And it's Butler missing.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Richardson. The shot from the low post is good. Richardson's got 4 this quarter.
And made only about a quarter of their shots in the first. Totally flat, but they bounced back and built a lead here with a much better second quarter.
Now here's Butler. He had 28 points in the win against Oklahoma City.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds. Guys, can't forget about the fundamentals.
3 on the clock. Nunn can't get it to fall.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Butler against Green. Butler kicks to Nunn. Offensive rebound. And just miss after miss right now. And so we conclude the first half. Mavericks ahead, up 8. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA halftime show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were always within striking distance. 5 points was their biggest deficit. The second quarter went their way, all the way, as they raced to the lead and stretched their advantage to 8 points by the halftime break. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
I don't think anyone expected to see such numbers from the bench. I'm impressed. It's what they needed, the jolt they needed, Ernie. Wow, I never knew their bench. As a matter of fact, I don't even know any of their players coming off the bench. Man, keep going, bench guys.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Miami?
Well, it's good to be physical, but there's a line that you don't want to cross. You can't constantly give up free throw chances by fouling guys too aggressively. You have to get back in this game by staying poised, smart, and avoid fouling.
Now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. The Heat trail by 8. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Mavericks, Doncic and Hardaway at the 2 and the 3. Powell is out there with James Johnson, and it's Barea in at the point guard position. Doncic, no good. And so Adebayo will bring it up for Miami. Floats it up for Adebayo. The shot, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Gets the pass to Butler. Pass to Adebayo. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Powell's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Here's Hero. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 3 assists tonight.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Now here's Barea. He has 5. Here's Doncic. And it's Dragic with the rebound. Dragic has got his 4th rebound in this one. And that one's good by Butler.
Yeah, got up to speed and that momentum carrying him right through the contact. Butler with the score.
Pass to Powell. Butler against Johnson. Passes it to Barea. Jacks up a 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. And now let's revisit that exceptional Mobile 1 block.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
Porzingis is checked in for the Mavericks. The Heat trail by 6. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Here's Hero. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. An opportunity here to go to the 2K leaderboard and see who's been the hottest of the hot at the small forward position for the past month. Second, Jimmy Butler.
A lot of the NBA's most explosive players man that small forward position, and you're looking at a pretty good collection of them right there.
I don't think in terms of offense there can be any more potent group of players in the league. Having one of them on the wing means having someone that can carry a team offensively for extended periods of time whenever necessary.
First free throw is good. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Good on both. And here is Doncic. 14 points for him. And the pass to Powell. Back to Doncic.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Mavericks leading by 4. Powell kicks to Barea. Doncic outside. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, the D has done a very poor job at contesting him from outside, guys. He's tearing into them right now, and they cannot stop him.
And it's denied. And they're moving it up. All sorts of time. Carries the jump shot. And now it's a 9-point Maverick lead.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
Powell with the steal. Barea with a wide open look, and Dallas again with the bucket.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
And Miami has possession. The Mavericks making the shot. No good from Dragic.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Now, here's Doncic, and the dunk by Powell.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Here's Adebayo. The Mavericks making the shot. Hero, true on the 14-footer. Hero's got 14 points for the game.
Hero can beat his opponents from all over the floor. He can get that shot off so quick.
Barea dishes to Doncic.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
They get it back. Outside Butler. Pass to Hero. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Heroes got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Miami. Dallas has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Green comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Burke in for J.J. Barea. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for the Heat. Now here's Burke. Johnson outside. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Johnson's got 11 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic, and it's a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Haslem. Back to Dragic. Clock at 6. Tries again, and it's blocked. Green in the post, defended by Butler, misses the layup. The Heat trail by 12. They push it up 4 on 3. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 19. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
A different look for Miami. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Butler.
One shot. One shot.
That free throw good from Doncic.
And possesses such a refined feel for the game that Doncic knows he has what it takes to be a great player in this league.
Now, here's Nunn. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Back to Dragic. It's tipped and stolen by Burke. Knocked away. Johnson, good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Will it go? Nunn can't get it to fall. Dallas leading by 17. Powell, the pass to Burke. Shoots over Dragic. No good off the back of the rim.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
The shot's good. Burke's got his second basket of the night.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
Now a timeout called by Miami. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, smart move here, talk things over. He's really eating them up, and they've tried a few different looks defensively, nothing quite getting it done.
A different look for Dallas. Porzingis, he's checked in for Powell. And it's Richardson in for Doncic. The Heat also with a sub. Iguodala's checked in. Hero passes to Nunn. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Porzingis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Udonis Haslem.
Utilizing his length well there on the offensive end. Porzingis drawing that contact.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw good from Porzingis. And Miami making a change here. Leonard's checked in. And both free throws good for Porzingis. The Heat trail by 21. Passes to Olynyk. Here's Nunn. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. They need this one. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one's on Johnson.
Kendrick Nunn playing at Southside Chicago's Simeon High. That's the exact same high school that one Derrick Rose came from. He also played alongside Jabari Parker and won 4 state titles there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that free throw good from none. And those 4 straight titles in Illinois record made it 7 total in Simeon's history.
That's unbelievable stuff, and that's probably why there's great reason why Kendrick Nunn's jersey hangs there in the rafters. Only 4 players have gotten that honor.
No good on the second free throw. Dallas leading by 20. Now Burke. Knocked loose. Olynyk with it. Now Green defending to the middle. Shots good by Hero. Hero's got 18 points in the game.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Out to Porzingis from deep. And it's Miami with the rebound. Hero's got his 4th rebound in this one. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Johnson. And the rejection by Iguodala. Richardson, no luck. The Heat trail by 18. Nunn passes to Leonard. And the layup's good off the glass. Leonard's got his first basket of the night.
How about Leonard not letting the D get to him? Amazing that he maintains his balance, especially at his size on that shot.
Here's Burke out to Porzingis. Johnson outside. Dallas again missing. Miami has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Leonard the pass to Olynyk. Here's Hero. Porzingis with the block. Here's Porzingis, the fast break chance. And so it's Iguodala. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Nunn passes to Hero. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Green. Here's Burke. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Burke's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And here's the fast break. Johnson wide open. He fires. Cans it from downtown. Johnson's got 16.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Now, here's Richardson. He's got 8. 1:31 left to play here in the third. Here's Nunn. Who's back up? Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. This group has players swatting away the most shots in the league this month. The shot block leader. Porzingis 4th.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw, no good. Dallas making a switch here. Berea's checked in. Robinson's checked in for Miami. Dragic comes in for Kendrick Nunn. And the second free throw, good. 1:16 left in the third quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Near the three-point line, it's Dragic. It's hauled in by Richardson.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
The pass to Porzingis. Good on the triple. Porzingis has got 5 points now this quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Dragic against Barea. Dragic with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The teardrop falls in.
Well, 1 make and 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Now here's Dragic, the fast break opportunity. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Once again, Dragic in attack mode makes things happen with the drive.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Had a success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, when it comes to free throws, Dragic is just money from the line.
So he gets them both. Mavericks leading by 19.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
And here's Barea. Great D that time from Adebayo. And so it's Dallas taking a 19-point lead into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Back right after this. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Hold your ground. Hold your ground. Your job is just to stay in front of this guy. No blow-bys.
Now preaching strong defense there, GA.
I mean, basic fundamentals. I mean, he doesn't want to see anyone on this team get burned on that end.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. They've got Robinson. Myers Leonard is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Dragic, and it's Adebayo in at the center.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Now here's Dragic. Outside Robinson. You know, Brent, some unique conditions to say the least for the NBA restart. Do you feel you would have thrived or had a hard time in that bubble?
Well, that's a good question, Kevin. I like to think that would have found some way to make positive contributions to the team. I think the interesting dynamic to all of it is the fact that guys love to compete. And there is no way for you to fake that kind of enthusiasm, that kind of drive, that kind of motivation to be on the floor and do your very best no matter the situation. That came out last year as we established the NBA champion.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Pass to Adebayo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Richardson.
The pump fake can still be used. This just in, And Butler with a great up fake to keep the defense off balance.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Greg, you know, we're seeing players take control of their free agent destiny. Do players get a bad rap for that and switching teams?
Listen, I don't know if you get a bad rap, but you're going to catch the wrath of the fan base. You think of Paul George in Indy or KD in OKC, and fans, they're going to feel jilted. There's no doubt about it. They're going to feel scorned.
Yeah. Johnson kicks to Hardaway. Kept alive.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
The first one falls. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And both free throws good for Porzingis. The Heat shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. Right side, Leonard. Back to Dragic. Over Richardson. Again, the miss by the Heat.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. 3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Now here's Dragic. Pass to Adebayo. There's another block, and that's 9 blocks.
You know he's going to be coming hard for that 10th, too.
Well, the evolution of Josh Richardson is going to be very exciting for this organization. When he's sinking the catch-and-shoot jump shots, look out.
Dragic, the pass to Butler. Back to Dragic with the shot. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
And not a single point in the first quarter, but he's found his game, and you can tell he's got a bit of his swagger back.
Richardson with it. Now defended by Adebayo. The Heat have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Pretty unselfish play there, right? Porzingis finding the open man, and it's more and more comfortable and more aware of everything going on around him.
Now here's Dragic. Down low. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does. Something that we all dealt with after the suspension of play last year, missing basketball. Brent, any thoughts on having the sport you love halted midseason?
Well, I've thought about that for over a decade, Kevin, having had to stop playing basketball altogether. But certainly all of these guys and women who did not get a chance to continue their seasons last year had time to understand just how important the game is to them, and also the way they can impact the change that they want to see come with their platform. Hard to tell coming out of college what it was that Bam Adebayo was going to hang his hat on offensively, but for sure, you knew relentless effort was going to be part of his game.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Leonard. Harkless comes in for Duncan Robinson. And it's Avery Bradley in for Goran Dragic. Greg, after we saw top prospects like LaMelo Ball and R.J. Hampton playing a year in Australia, the NBA G League sweetened the deal to attract those blue chippers to this G League, which I think is a very interesting topic and a very interesting way to go.
It is. You know, I think the salaries now could exceed $500,000, not to mention the endorsement deal. And They're on a single team that's built around their needs. Certainly an enticing option for those who want to skip the college route.
Does this affect colleges, in your opinion, in their recruiting?
Not at all. You're going to love your school no matter who plays for them, especially if you're winning.
Defense just clearing out there as Butler on the drive, playing very physical with the ball.
Butler against Doncic. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Some solid defense from Butler. The Heat trail by 21. Here's Bradley, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Bradley around the basket knows he's going to face some force, and that time got inside and forced the defense's hand.
Greg, the NBA under Adam Silver has been aggressive, looking for ways to enhance the product and attract fans. Where do you fall on that point? Push the envelope, or don't rock the boat, or maybe somewhere in between?
I think it might be somewhere in between. These days, people's attentions can be pulled in so many different directions. I think they're smart to not rest on their laurels and to continue to try to evolve. But with that evolution, sometimes it's not going to come over as well as they would like. But I'm a fan of some of the experiments, I should say, that we've tried thus far, and I hope the league continues to push the envelope.
That's a good thought. Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Johnson comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Barea subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, he's an effective two-way player, is Avery Bradley, and he's worked very hard. You remember his early years with the Celtics, just continuing to improve to make sure he has a place in this league.
Now, here's Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Miami. Bradley can't get it to go.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
They get the rebound. Doncic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Jimmy Butler.
You just never know what Doncic is going to do. I mean, which is one of the reasons he gets the defense to foul it.
And he knocks down the first one. Been a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs, that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to be any cash prizes for the broadcasters, because now I think they're on to something if we could get that, you know. But in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer. Mavericks leading by 18 to the inside. And J.J. Barea, the bucket on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 6 assists here tonight.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Inside. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch.
Here's Paul. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Here's Doncic. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Shooting one.
And it's been said that history is written by the victors. It certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, and in the NBA and basketball in general, one guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings, but measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them. Connects from three-point range.
Just a super unselfish guy. Doncic is all for getting his guys going. Enjoys setting the table.
To the paint, here's Adebayo.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Doncic outside. And he lays it straight in. Doncic has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Got a piece of it, and that's a foul called on J.J. Barea. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Green comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Dallas on defense. And they double up Butler. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Hey, Brent, last postseason, we saw some teams have heated exchanges internally after tough losses. Does that happen very often?
If there's something, Kevin, that you feel you're capable of doing, and there's a lot at stake with regards to that in terms of not your reputation, but in terms of the type of respect that your team should be getting, yes, this happens a lot. It happens in the playoffs, and it's a bit more aggressive, but great teams find ways to work through those problems and become their best selves.
Nunn kicks to Iguodala. Here's Butler. They grab their own miss.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he makes the first. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for J.J. Barea. And Miami with a change here, too. Harkless is checked in for Butler. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, the defense has failed to cut off any of these driving lanes, which is why they're resorting to fouling him, and he's hurting them from the charity stripe.
Now, here's Nunn. Down low. Here's Silva. That one falls, coming off Iguodala's feed.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
Doncic against Iguodala. There's the triple. That shot misses. And Miami the other way now. Here's Harkless. From outside, off the mark. Dallas has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Here's the floater. Brunson, no good. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's Nunn. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really, right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
We know, Greg, the NBA is full of superstars, yet you can foul out of the game after 6 personal fouls, and some have suggested instead just tacking on an extra free throw when a player commits their 6th+ foul, and then they can stay in the game.
You know, I think something along those lines could make sense. No doubt it's tough to see the marquee player riding the bench because it's not just the 6th foul, right? In some coaches, you pick up 2 in the first quarter, you're done for the quarter. You pick up a 3rd in the second, you're done for the half.
Yes.
So I would like to see something, but I think it's got to also be fair. Maybe you get free throws and another possession. Maybe something along those lines might be in the best interest of the game.
I like that. J.J. Barea is checked in for Dallas. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Miami. Both good from the line that time. And Nunn has got the ball here for the Heat. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Iguodala up top, guarded by Barea. Haslem can't get it to go. Dallas shooting about 45% from the floor in the fourth. Passes it to Brunson. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. A lot of talk about reseeding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other. But ultimately, nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Miami's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Shoots a 3, but they recover it.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul called on the Dallas Mavericks.
Aggressive Andre Iguodala play there. Love how he draws contact while shooting.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Iguodala. Greg, last season was kind of a rough one, very turbulent for the NBA. The China controversy, the passing of David Stern, Kobe Bryant, and finally the COVID pandemic. Other than that, it was kind of uneventful.
Yeah, I mean, an incredibly tough year. And,
wow.
You know, you just go back to March, and who would have ever thought we would go through what we went through? And you talked about all the other issues, David Stern and Kobe both passing. You know, I'm just hopeful we get a return to normality because that sounds pretty good right about now.
It sure does. In the corner, Bradley with it. Now the pass to Haslem. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, that's a good job by Avery Bradley recognizing that he had an open teammate and get it to him in a good position.
Iguodala against Barea. Pass to Powell. Outside for Barea. Now here's Brunson. 6 to shoot. Beyond the arc. And Silva pulls it down. The Heat shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby. 38%. Outside Bradley. There's the dish to Harkless. Iguodala against Kleba. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Using his height perfectly on the inside, Iguodala making the D get physical with his play.
Brent, we know it was a different kind of preseason for this year. The start of the season was delayed. Is that something the players like or don't like?
Old guys love it, Kevin. Young guys need the time. But given the circumstances around trying to get the NBA season not just started, but eventually back on the regular calendar that we're used to, this is something that every team has been dealt, and you've just got to play your cards wisely.
And while Iguodala might not be the star of any team he's on, he's always going to be a major contributor because he does so many things well on both ends.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell, and it's Richardson in for J.J. Barea. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Brunson.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Dallas.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Luka Doncic.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
And it's Iguodala with the jam.
And you know Andre Iguodala, if he gets a few steps, takes off from the launching pad.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Marjanovic. To end the cold streak. Chalk up 2 there.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Harkless and the miss. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.